mon avis, ils avaient un truc en tête, ils voulaient faire un truc, puis ils ont vu que j'étais occupé, alors ils sont partis. Qu'est-ce que je voulais faire? Je n'ai plus que 5 millions 400 000 crédits. C'est la camionnette de gaz, auto-klaxonner.
Ah. Bah t'as comme moi au niveau du fric, mais sauf que moi je l'ai pas utilisé depuis un bail, l'argent.
Ouais, j'ai acheté pour 3 millions de voitures hier avec l'update, tu vois, j'ai pris une Formule 1. Enfin, pas une Formule 1, c'est une super Formule 1, pardon. Et j'ai pris la Lancia Stratos, la Lamborghini Countach 25e anniversaire. Et non, j'ai pas pris la Ferrari parce qu'elle coûte 12 millions et demi et ça faut pas déconner quoi.
Ouais.
Donc ouais. Faudra que je fasse du grinding comme on dit.
Wow, notification squad mec. Ah wow. Yo Knight. How's it going?
Yo.
I don't know how it's called in the new version, in English version I mean, but I know that dungeon was called Spiral or something. No, I just remember it as Spiral Draco Dungeon. I'm pretty good actually. Had a weird dream, but a nice one.
Esther, 何してんだ？あ、
ユーリ。亡くなった方の安らかな眠りを祈ってるんです。
そのまま全部のお墓にお祈りする勢いね。
そのつもりですけど。
ジョーちゃん、本当にやるつもりだったの？俺様の想像の上を行く姫様だわ。
何かの修行みたいじゃの。
お祈りしても願い事は叶うわけじゃないのよ。
別にそういうわけじゃありません。亡くなった方々の魂の冥福をお祈りしているんです。
知らない奴らの冥福を祈ってもな。
ユーリ、そんなこと言ってると罰が当たりますよ。エステルって意外と迷信深いのじゃ。
意外でもなんでもないけどね。
Bon, ce donjon il va être très long, très long.
Je sais pas pourquoi je baille.
I think in the PS3 version, even though it was a new game plus, I ran a new game plus. I ran this dungeon for like 10 hours. This is very long, and it's an optional dungeon, of course, but it's a very long one.
10 hours. Wow.
What's funny though is that you have to navigate through the dungeon with while fighting. Kinda nice and kinda different than the usual.
I see.
Yeah, this dungeon is quite big, and the first two floors are the shortest ones, but later the layers will have more and more floors to navigate. Not really floors, but the battle navigation will be longer. Labyrinth of Memories was kind of lame in comparison. And yes, you find items while fighting in this dungeon. That's how you get most of the exclusive skills, a lot of the new exclusive skills, and of course new weapons. I kind of remember how that dungeon works though, so I'm not gonna explain it, but if I get asked I will explain. Yeah, you see those crates I was aiming with the final girl? Those are the crates you should aim for getting items.
Oh yeah, completely unrelated, but I have a question. I saw you retweeting a Falcom tweet about if you buy something Kiseki related, you get one free thing or whatever. I'm kind of confused.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
It's on the
I just
Falcom
retweet.
store, like it says. Yeah, it's on the Falcom store. It says like, oh, buy one Kiseki, like send the Kiseki thing and get one free. But I'm not sure what it means. Like, what does it mean? Like, do they give you like a random item Kiseki related if you buy something? I don't know. Because I'm kind of curious, honestly. I mean, it wouldn't be a good idea to buy anything right now. But
basically, that small talk was the explanation of the dungeon.
幽霊イコール墓ってそれ因果関係が成り立ってないそれこそありえないわ
墓それは死者の魂が眠るところ墓石がズルズルっと動いて土の下から目がこそっとちょっとバティちゃんそこは笑うところじゃないのよ
レイブンの話は怖くないのじゃあれリタネどうしたんじゃ墓の下から目
リタッチには効果てきめんみたいだわよ
Oh wow.
But yeah, basically before entering a lift, you will see a map drawn on the floor, and if you follow the map, you will finish the lift section. and the green block on the map means that there's a treasure chest. And I think you start in the white point. Blue is just an in-between room. Red is the ending, and green is a treasure chest. Later, in later floors, there will be 2 exits, but in general, just take the exit in the farthest map, so you won't end up missing any save point. But later there will be floors that will be confusing. Because the exit will be mixed. You can't know which one will lead you to the right exit. I mean the exit that won't make you miss floors. So you'll need another, I think, a fan-made map.
Oh, free Atelier themes on the PlayStation Store. I didn't even know that. I mean, I don't really play Atelier games, but I like the art style usually.
I see.
And it's free. So I'm not gonna use it since I have, you know, my theme. Green theme, whatever you want to call it.
もう一つ増列中ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕はい総発追列はいガオーゲローハ戦列中総流連が時よ総河人シャンハ総発追連総ハが総流連が千が総流連が山古賀破山
Yeah, I hope so too, because I would be pretty much fed up if they go with another game, another full separate game. The end of what?
Okay, I'm back. I was doing something.
Yeah, what a fitting name though. You know, end of saga, but another game pops out called Stand.
Yeah, it's so nice, right?
Even if maybe they meant the end of Rin Saga, they should have just said end of Rin Saga. Or just go straight up to the new Kiseki, even though it's called Bridge no Kiseki or whatever.
Also, one thing I find really kind of lame is, you know, at the end of Stand 4 it says, see you somewhere else, someday, whatever, you know, like they do at the end of an arc. But then they're like, oh, by the way, new game coming out. I mean, to be honest, it might not be a standalone full game, but like, you know, a bridge, as I said, whatever. Still, it's especially like, oh, Falcom sends you know, like those news, what is it, Falcom news, whatever, like Falcom mail. You know, like they send emails every week or whatever. And they said in the email I got, like, oh, we need to take a break from Kiseki for a while. And then they like a few weeks later, oh, by the way, new game coming. It's ridiculous, really. Doesn't make any sense, actually. And it kind of angers me in a way.
The good thing SC didn't do that, yeah.
But then again, I have my suspicions because Fluffy said something that makes a lot of sense to me, and it's just that considering the fact that a very small part of the team is working on Kiseki now, at best it must be like some kind of DLC game or something. There is no way Falcom can make two full-fledged big games at the same time. Just no way. Like they have their hands full with East 9 already, so I don't know how they can just make something brand new. Which is why I think, you know, the fact that they're using old art style and assets as well. So yeah, to me it must be, that's what it must be to me. But who knows? We'll find out eventually. Kondo is even more indecisive than Vesperia is still.
Yeah.
No, but really, it kind of makes me angry in a way. But then again, we'll see what Falcom does. I don't think they want both Kiseki and East Knight to collide also. I know it's the 15th anniversary of Kiseki, so they feel the need to do something, but I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to be too hasty and judge everything until we see what's going on. The best thing would be, like Kevin said a while ago, like something that shows what's going on the other side with Risha and stuff. I think that would be, you know.
Oh, we need power! Like, we need someone to go over there!
If Risha was the protagonist of that, and that would make sense actually, and have, you know, this extra game showing what's going on
Bruh. Yeah. But the game will probably try to make them relevant, I guess.
This reminds me of, you know, what happened with... Do you remember back when we only knew about Sen 1 and 2? Like, there wasn't any news about Sen 3 and 4, and at the end of Sen 2, all we knew was that the games took care of the west side of Erebonia and not the east, and then Sen 3 and 4 kind of took care of the east after that. So we kind of guessed that, you know, Falcom would need to do something about the east
side. It's the opposite. Sen 1 and 2 took care of the east.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got it backwards, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
For some reason I got it backwards, but whatever. So, you know, they did the other side, that's what I mean. And so, yeah. But still, saying, oh, this is the end, see you somewhere, someday. And then, oh yeah, by the way, we forgot to, you know, deal with this. We'll just do that as well. Okay. I mean, to be fair, if it's in, somewhere still in the timeline when Sen 4 is going on and Sen 3, then it makes sense because, you know, it will be a parallel game, not something that happens after. So I guess you can forgive it if that happens to be the case. Obviously. Yep.
Yeah, we don't need another game that overlap to another. Just move forward, please.
Yeah, but the thing is, there is no way they can move forward. If you want to move forward, you would need a new arc, a brand new arc, and that's way too much work right now. Which is why I think there is no bloody way this can be happening now, especially like a few months after the release of Sen 4, and you know, since Falcom was really fully busy and focused on Kiseki for like the last 2 years. So yeah, to me that's what I think. Plus, if you want to see Risha, I think it would be you know, at least an ideal scenario as opposed to just go forward and do what, you know. You have to start a new arc with new characters then.
Yep, instead of milking Sen.
Yeah. Plus, why would Falcom use Sen no Kiseki assets and artwork for a brand new arc? That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's too hasty to say stuff like that, if I'm being honest. Because, well, we don't have any context for anything right now, so...
I don't think that go with that again.
Yeah, me neither.
But maybe they will, since you know, Republic and Empire doesn't get along well.
Yeah, they don't.
You listen.
No, Rin is a teacher now, so I mean, it's not like he's being used by Osborne anymore. You know.
Yep.
So I don't know. Because Rin's story is over now. I mean, his arc is over. So yeah. The only thing you could see is something similar to Estelle and, you know, Lloyd and stuff, where Rin, on top of it, would join forces for a reason or another in a very bad situation. That I can see happening. But it would need to be way later in an arc.
Nice, Judy.
But yeah, I'm so confused right now with this story. Since, you know, Kondo said, oh, we need a new villain, like the current villain is now, you know, it's over, so now we need a new, you know, whatever thing to fight or whatever. And I'm just thinking, you cannot do that with the next game, so again, another thing to get confused about. You can't really start a brand new arc right now. So. Which is why I firmly believe that they're doing something to celebrate, you know, something quicker, so they can celebrate the 15th anniversary, and then you'll get the full-fledged experience later on with the new arc. With new artwork and new assets, maybe not brand new assets, but at least, you know, new stuff, new mechanics. Yeah, Osbro is gone, so...
Indeed. And also, there's always a villain that's not really related to Ouroboros. So yeah, at this point they don't have someone like that.
Yeah.
Not yet. They have to make
which is why I think they need to put so many things in place right now, since it's a new beginning basically, on the most part. That's why I'm very confused about this announcement, the Kiseki announcement. It doesn't seem logical. I'm kind of curious to see what the Fluffy and stuff, what they think about this, because I'm confused. I kind of wish we could take a break from Kiseki, if I'm being honest. We've had enough for the last couple of years. We had a lot of Kiseki, so when Kondo said, "Oh, we need to take a break," I was like, "Yes, all of my yes. Just come out with different things now." And then this happened.
Yeah. Yakuza no Kiseki when? Just kidding.
Yeah, Yakuza no Kiseki.
Maybe in Tokyo Xanadu too.
Oh, maybe, yeah. I guess he's in there. Yeah, why not just work on Tokyo Xanadu too? Yeah, I know it's the 15th anniversary, but fuck it. Just come out with merchandise or something instead. Maybe a new album, like have JDK work on a new arranged album with all the new tracks they released the last like 3 years. I don't know. They could do so many things. They don't necessarily have to make a half-assed game in the middle of this. But, unless the announcement is like, oh, the game is coming in a few years. Like, you know, some developers do. They announce a game and then it comes out like 2 years later. Which, you know, could be also a thing. I say that and then I realize that... What is it?
Knight is saying that the only Kiseki related game we need right now is Magical Alisa.
Mahou shoujo magical Alisa. But yeah, actually, scratch what I just said because again, they're using the same assets and artwork, so whatever. We need a magical Alisa game. I should tweet my fake box to Falcom.
if it's an otome game though, don't count me in.
The same. I wouldn't want that. Oh no.
Choose your war. What?
Yeah, choose your husbando, and I will be like, no, please, I'm gone. See, seriously though, when I saw how popular Rin and Crow were, I'm like, wow, Fujoshi power, man. That's kind of worrying.
It's not even that though. It's just all the Nakama shit as well.
Maybe, yeah, true. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's the Fujoshi power as well, but you know, there's more than just the Fujoshi in this, I think.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's bad enough Rin became a whore. I don't want Anissa to do the same. Lol. but yeah, I was thinking, but I forgot what I was wanting to say. It was related to send for something. I forgot.
If it was a magical Alisa game, it wouldn't have Otome stuff in it. Thankfully. I know it because I have the light novel. Right, Ken?
Yeah.
She would just be shipped with Rin because that's what happens in a...
They did say the pairing don't have to be romantic. Yes, indeed.
That's good. It's
and
just,
yeah,
I guess,
I remember what I remember what I wanted to say. It means something when the internet loses its shit just for a simple piece of 50 cents. It means something. So that's why I think. So that's why I seriously think Rin and Crow pairing is that popular, because you know they're the leads. They're the leads in the they're the leads in the fights, in the giant Gundam fights. You know, they lead there, and that's probably why that pairing is also that popular, even among men, because Crow is a good guy.
Yeah. Yep. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's the only explanation I can think of. The rest wouldn't be logic. Because my 50 mirror. What a lame excuse. Yeah. Seriously, I'm that surprised that the internet would lose its shit to a mere piece of 50 cents. I'm real for this. I mean, it's cool, but seeing people like, whoa, what the fuck, 50 mirror? Okay, we fall into the basic shit, you know, the basic reactional stuff. you know, you have to make it spectacular to make it fun or something. We kind of fell to that trap with that 50 Mira coin. If you know what I'm getting to.
I don't exactly know what you mean on this one.
You know, I don't think that the 50 Mira coin is a bad item itself, but the reaction of the people is just, you know, the overhyping stuff, the
excessive,
typical overhype, the usual overhyping shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I think it's nice, but to me it's like, as long as you, for example, when it comes to like physical stuff, as long as you include stuff that makes sense in it and that is different than the usual art book shit, then, you know, I'm on it. But to me it's just like, as long as it's, you know, worth it, I don't care. I'm not gonna go crazy over that thing. You know, I'm happy I have it, but I'm not like, oh my god.
Crow the Vegeta to rinse Goku, lol.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What I find kind of amazing is that Falcom themselves have actually considered making a magical Olisa game. That's amazing. They haven't done it, but it's still hilarious that they considered it within the office. I apologize if noise comes through, but you know, kids playing outside, so can't do anything about it. Kids will be kids. Oh yeah. One thing I kind of want to add. You know, like Falcom has been working on Sen 3 and 4 for like how many years? Since let's just say 2016. And so in let's say in 2 or 3 years time, they didn't even have the time to do some things properly. Like, you can feel like it's rushed, even though the team was fully on it. So yeah, that's also why I don't believe that it's going to be a new arc that's coming right away, because it's physically impossible, simply.
For the actual team, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because again, it's not even the actual full team that's working on it, it's only a small fraction, so if the full team was not even able to polish the game enough and include everything, you probably know what I'm talking about. Like, some stuff is missing even from Sen 2, like they didn't even carry some gameplay features, like they removed some stuff, you don't even have mini games anymore aside from card games and stuff like that. I mean, sure, they sucked, but you know, it's still fun to do like some stupid mini games and, you know, snowboarding and what have you. So to me, it feels like if this ended up like this, why would they be able to do more with a brand new story and characters and assets and everything in like a few months with the small, like, tiny team they have? There's just no way. Or maybe they'll just deliver a piece of crap, and I hope not. That would be the most rushed thing you'll ever see.
Blade was alright. No, it was the most RNG stuff I ever played in a Falcom game. Just kidding. No, but Blade was very RNG based. I did not quite like it.
勝利の合図はい息ぴったり
Yeah, I did have fun with Blade, if I'm being honest, but
It was very simple. Very
yeah,
simple.
but that's what I like about
And
it. Actually,
it's very simple and it's very RNG based. So that's I kind of understand Macias when he complains about it. Like, yeah, it's mostly luck anyway, because it really is.
Mhm.
Though they sure did the work with that RNG not being that unfair.
Also, do you remember Falcom talking about bringing more games to PS4, like possibly even, you know, Zero and AO maybe? I don't know. So if they have to work on that as well, then good luck, man. I don't know how they can do everything at the same time. But,
Indeed.
well, I wouldn't mind really a bridge game, something, you know, not even a bridge game, but like something that expands a little bit more with Risha, at least. As long as it's Risha, I wouldn't mind it, but we'll see. Even me, like, I think that would be a really good addition.
Indeed.
To fill the holes, I guess.
Honestly, they all lied to us saying that, oh, they're all here, and then Noel is missing, Sonia is missing. You know, Sonia wasn't playable, but you know, she's just mentioned. Mirai is just mentioned. Dudley is just mentioned. Arios is just mentioned. Everyone just get mentioned, and even Ilya. It's the mention of Kiseki boy. Name dropping people on Kiseki. For real. Because man, I think you sure missed how much people that is actually name dropping that game.
Yeah, there is a lot. I'm really surprised. I don't really remember how many got mentioned, but I do remember a few.
No Kevin pissed me off, to be honest. Yeah. Instead, we just got Gaius.
Yeah, lol, Gaius. Let me laugh.
I mean, I don't hate the guy, but I'm not fond of him. He's just
he's boring.
He's just a bro.
Yeah.
She's the chill dude. I don't think he's boring, but he doesn't shine that much.
And that's what I mean by boring, is that he doesn't really shine at all. He's just... I don't have anything against him, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike him, it's just that... I don't know, he's just kinda there, I guess.
Yeah. He's going with the wind.
Yeah. Yeah, with the wind fetish.
And Emma is just there too.
Yeah, Emma is just as bad, really. She's worse, but you know, yeah, that's what I mean. She's worse. Also, I find it hilarious how in the pairing polls there is no Emma to be seen.
In the what?
In the pairing polls, there is no Emma to be seen.
Ah. Yep. And yeah, there was just a mention of Wazi. Even in Senfree, who was just mentioned by Rosie.
Oh yeah, did I tell you, Kev? I did watch, I did import my saves on the Cold Steel PS4, and I picked a few saves with a lot of dialogue, like with upcoming events and stuff. And I noticed that, holy shit, so much has been removed from the Japanese that didn't need to be removed. That's insane.
What do you
Honestly,
mean by
I didn't
that?
realize it was this bad. Well, it's all details that don't really matter, but they matter to me. For example, I remember, the scene with like the heart-to-heart in Lure? Like, Alisa says in Japanese, Teikoku no dansei to shite douka to omou wa? And so, how do they translate it? Do you headpat all the girls just like... if I were you, I wouldn't headpat all the girls just like that. And to me, that doesn't give the same feel at all, because Class 7 is kind of nationalist, at least a little bit. At first, they take pride in being Erebonians, and you can feel it in the dialogues in the game. But then once you go to English, it's all gone. All the pride, the national pride is gone. And to me, that's something that shouldn't be erased.
There was someone in Twitter said that as well, that they replayed Sen 1 in Jap, and they noticed that it was deleted that much. There was that much deleted stuff that didn't make in the translation. No, not the translation, localization, please.
Yeah, localization, yeah. So when people say Exceed does perfect jobs, I'm sorry, but to me that's something, like, I understand some stuff cannot be kept in English, but when it comes to this stuff, they could have easily kept it. I'm sorry, they could have. It's just annoying. Because then, everyone that plays it in English doesn't even understand where they're coming from, because you start with a fairly, I wouldn't say nationalist, but like, as I said, they take pride in being Erebonians, so they come from there to being against what's going on. So you got an evolution from that to where we are now, and in English you don't feel it because it's just not there. So
in English they are all revolutionaries.
Yeah, it's so weird.
They're already against
Honestly.
the empire. We don't care.
Yeah, they don't even. At worst, you see them being kind of like, you don't really know what they think in English, but in Japanese you can really hear in the dialogue that, they are proud to be Erebonians. So to me, that's just something I cannot really forgive, in that sense, or whatever. And it's just one example, by the way, because I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that's been... I haven't played the game, really, I just watched a few scenes in Japanese.
But even that, you see or hear it in Sen 3 or 4, you feel that despite all the stuff, they're just fighting for their countries. So
yeah, they want Erebonia to become a better place, like Olivier, basically.
And you feel that in Sen 3 or 4, but in Sen 2, all I remember was just the Nakama power, or the power of friendship, or we fight for what's just, what's right, Nothing really that patriotic, let's say. I mean, I'm not a nationalist or whatever. It's not like I hate France or I love France, but I enjoy the country I live in, of course. But even though I don't really watch football or something, or soccer, I'm happy to hear that France won.
That your team won.
The World Cup,
exactly.
It's just stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that, and that's one thing. That's something I really cannot stand. And is I would bet that Exceed thought, "Oh, this is too political. We need to remove this," and then they just removed it. I would bet my ass that this is what happened. They removed all the national pride of the game because it's wrong or something. I don't know. Also, my god, the audio is so much better in Japanese, holy shit. I'm sorry, I know I sound like a weeb when I say that, but when I played the scenes in Japanese, it was so much more enjoyable to me.
Kiseki is a political story, though, indeed. And yet they just remove stuff that involves the political stuff.
Yeah.
Or
they do.
They don't really remove it, but you know, they're just like not going thorough into it, let's say.
They hide it, I would say.
They hide a part of it, yeah. Let's say.
Yeah, the typos, I've seen quite a few typos. Especially in the first few months of the game. Like, well, I know they did patch the PS3 version at some point, but my god, I found quite a few typos and then no one said anything, but when someone else does typos, it's like, oh my god, it's the end of the world. But when it's Exceed, no one says anything. I don't know why.
And don't forget the greatest typo of Angelica in Sensu, au revoir.
Au revoir!
You remember I showed it to you. I was like,
oh
hey,
God,
look, I'm doing the walkthrough of the game and look what I found.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing I wouldn't mind too much. As I said, like I treat everyone the same way. So if people were not this biased with Exceed, I wouldn't say anything because whatever, you know. English companies do a lot of mistakes everywhere, so I'm not just like I'm not going to hold a grudge, but considering that people just accept everything from Exceed and then give shit to anybody else that does the same thing, I'm just like, wow. Yeah. Well, you know, Exceed is over anyway, so it's over for them. They lost every Falcon game, so whatever. It's not like it matters anymore. Yeah. Plus, Marvelous actually took the, you know, they took the lead at this point, so.
Yeah, I don't think you see the logo Exceed when you start up Cold Steel Kai. You don't even see the Exceed logo anymore.
Now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You probably still see Exceed in the English version. I mean, American version, I would assume. But, I have no idea if it's the case or not. And for how long can Exceed make money off Senran Kagura? Who knows? It's not gonna last forever, I can tell you that. But yeah, so to me, like, just the fact that you lose so much stuff in the English translation, when you know some Japanese, it's just that much better to play with Japanese audio just for that. It's not even a matter of preference, it's just that you lose too much. Because god damn it, Alisa's voice in Japanese is so sweet. I'm such an Alisa fan. And Yihori fan. Yeah, same. Although, again, as far as Kevin and I are concerned, we didn't have that issue, so we don't know in French. Since, you know, Sen no Kiseki 3 and 4 are gonna be in French, so you'll tell us what happens because we won't know.
Yeah.
That's the funny thing is, I love how the haters try to use the Canadian box to say, hey look, the French is broken, when actually it wasn't the French box, it was again the Canadian box. So it's completely different, and we didn't have any issues. And then when people showed the French box, everyone just ignored it because, you know, there was no mistake on it. So you cannot show that. You cannot hate on it. So.
Yep.
Yep.
How funny is it that Nisa did a better job in French than English, though? I think it's kind of hilarious when you think about it.
Yeah. But yeah,
they probably have two teams. So.
For me, it's not like I am giving chances to whoever it is, you know. First, yeah, okay, okay, we have the game, so it's cool. But of course, you can have some fears, but sometimes you just accept that the fact that your games are broke, or else just play the Japanese version, or don't play.
Yeah. Yep. I remember seeing the happy console gamers say like, you have no idea how good you have it nowadays, people, with localization. And that's what he said about East 8. Like, people were just doing drama for nothing, and they haven't seen how it used to be in the 90s. When the Japanese game was localized, man, that was something else. So yeah. People just complain nowadays when anything goes wrong, but we should also keep in mind that, hey, you're getting the games, and you should say when it's not okay, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't support it.
Yeah.
Because then you won't get anything anymore. And if that's what you want, if you want companies to stop bringing games, then you should act exactly how the Nisa haters act. That's how you're gonna stop everything. You'll have to either import Japanese games or just not play the games anymore. So yeah. That's all on them. That's all on those people. Now then again, that doesn't mean you have to ignore everything and just accept all the crap. You just have to complain. You buy the game, you complain, you say this is not okay, and then they fix it. But instead of just saying, oh no, I'm not buying any games anymore because yeah, Nisa is working on it or something.
Yeah.
This is just pathetic.
There's also that, but you know, I saw some people saying that you are making the company lazy if you buy all their shit they do with the localization. You're not forcing them to evolve. But what I'm getting is that first, okay, you don't like the company that's working on it, okay, but first they're bringing you your goods, and then you get it, so you should be happy about it. But it's not like, even if I accept what I'm being served, it's not like I'm not gonna complain about it if it's not good. First I accept that I get it from a company that can do shady stuff, let's say, and then if actually something shady happens, just straight up complain. It's okay. It's not like I'm being an hypocrite or something. I'm being honest, and I'm consuming the products I like.
Yep. Also true, Knight.
That's why people tend to forget. They tend to take too much importance to the localization, to give too much importance to other localization, that they forget that the product they are going to enjoy is behind.
The way I see it is, well, both what Knight said and you, not only are people impatient now, they want everything perfectly and right now. You know what I mean? Like spoiled children. They only want they only wanted the way they wanted and not any other way. And I think it's really ridiculous. So yeah.
I want it that way. Tell me why.
But seriously though, it's like, not only do they want the games now, they want it, like, you know, I want it this way or that way, and I'm just like,
Yeah. can't have quality over quantity.
Yeah.
Dubbing is a cheap
Also,
either.
yeah.
Yep, indeed.
You know what's funny? Like, 1 year, like I think in 2016 when Nisa released Cold Steel 1 in Europe, you remember I had issues, right, with DLC because they didn't bring over the cross-buy DLC. So when I wanted to play my game on PS Vita, it would say you don't have the DLC, and I had to buy it twice, which I didn't do. But yeah, I had to buy it twice if I wanted to have crossplay. And so I sent a message to Nisa, I called them out, and I said, this is wrong, you need to fix this. And, you know, like, I did it kindly, but, you know, they kind of mocked me, and I gave them shit for that, and no one said anything. But then when I say something positive about Nisa, I get a lot of shit. It's so funny how it works. Like, you know, because I do complain when something is wrong, but, you know, people never pay attention to that.
Yep, because it's not sensational enough.
Yeah, it's not drama, so they don't care.
Yeah. Dubbing is a cheap, and that's why the dubbing sometimes isn't even considered.
Yeah.
But one thing I really can't stand, it's not like it's the I'm a weeb or something, but it's the English pronunciation of typical Japanese name, like, you know, Tamura. You know, in English it ends up being Tamura. It doesn't.
Tamura.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything. It's not even the name anymore. It's Tamura. Yeah, it's not Tamura.
But
It's
you
Tamara.
don't get it,
You know?
Kev. You don't get it, Kev. That would be sounding like a weeb. No one wants to sound Japanese. That would be lame. You have to be as English as you can. If not, then it's lame or something. I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
That's how, you know, most Americans think, apparently. You know, EOPs also exist, so, you know, I'm not even surprised that these things happen. I would be much on the side of, if I had to choose, I would much prefer not getting any dubs and have the games easier to be, easier to localize, so that, you know, at least you can focus on the quality of the text and translation, and then put out the game a lot faster with, you know, better quality. But then no, it's like we absolutely have to have dubs everywhere because that's how it works in English, I guess.
Yep. Because
when it comes to typical Japanese games, I mean, you know, because it depends on the situation.
But in French, even in French dub, Japanese names are pronounced sounding like the Japanese.
Yeah, because we respect the Japanese culture as opposed to, you know.
You know, it would have been said like, it would for a name, for example, you know, I recently showed you the trailer of Judge Eyes in English, and I said that I really can't stand how they are calling all these people with that big accent with rah everywhere.
So, yeah, the thick English or American accent.
And and in French it would end up being with a very forced R or maybe an L, but you know, at least it would sound like the real name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
What can you do? I honestly hope it's not gonna get 2 years to get Sen 4 after Sen 3, because that would be kind of lame. When you see that the Chinese localization took like what, 6 months to get Sen 3, then 6 months for Sen 4, I'm just like, that's what they should do, you know. The Chinese localization, it's still the same. You have to translate the game, but they're not doing dubs, and to me that's what should happen. But then again, that's not how the world works, and a lot of English buyers just want very English voices. So, yeah. Because the dub is taking like a massive chunk of the localization time, so.
Yep, but
I mean,
you
come
know,
on, 2 years for us, 6 months for China.
you know, it's not all destined for normies if it doesn't have dubs, so that's why we're getting them.
When you say it will follow the patterns of the other games, do you mean it's gonna take a year instead of 2 then? Like, you know. That would make sense, because the PS4 is not gonna be, you know, out there forever, and the PS5 is around the corner anyway, so... But, I don't know. You also need to keep interest in the games. Unlike what Exit did with SC, you know.
Localization blog.
Yeah, lol. Look how complicated localization is. It takes 3 times the time to make the actual game.
Well,
to be fair, like a very small team.
Yeah, of course we are sort of trash talking localization, but we know it's hard. We know it's hard.
Yeah.
But sometimes people just make too much of a big deal of it. To be honest.
I think they give it as much credit as Falcon for making the games, which is wrong.
Yeah, because strangely enough, I don't see any real, let's say, complaints or compliments about Yakuza localization, except except for the censored content. I understand the censored content. Of course, you can complain about the censored content, but
yeah,
Yakuza localization, boy, they're great. They're very great. Nothing to there's really nothing really to be complained about them.
Yeah.
Except maybe the Kiryu-chan or even no, I think only Majima has the Kiryu-chan. And
Majima-chan as well.
Yeah, but I don't think it's no, Kiryu-chan has been kept in the recent Yakuza release, but in Yakuza 3, for example, when Majima calls Kiryu, the subtitle when he says Kiryu-chan, he says the subtitles say Kazi and not Kiryu-chan.
Yeah, that's because the team was not the same, I believe. Back then, they didn't really know what to do, but now they do. So.
Yeah, but you see, even that, you know, even stuff like that, I see a lot of people complaining about the Chan, Dono, San, Kun, Sama.
That's ridiculous because it is the typical Japanese. There's no game that is more Japanese than that. So why would you? I mean, the whole point is Japanese culture in these games. Even the developer says it. So why would you remove all of that? That's stupid. If you don't like Japanese culture, just don't play Yakuza games. That's the end. I'm sorry, but it is hard. Jesus. What do they want after that? To replace the Yakuza with the Italian Mafia now? Like it's going to be in Italy for some reason because it needs to be, you know, Western or something? I don't know. We can't have a Japanese game be Japanese. Oh no, that's so bad.
Kiryu-chan!
Yeah, also in Yakuza 0 with You know, Machi-Machan.
Yeah. Sagawa.
There is a lot of Kiryu-san also, like Kiryu-san, or you know,
Yep.
stuff like
A
that.
lot of
There is a
Kiryu-san, indeed. At that point, they should be playing the Mafia series instead. Yeah, but that license got ripped at this point. You know, it disappeared at this point.
Honestly, I did play Mafia 2 back in the day. I loved it, if I'm being honest.
Le Parrain.
I just love how it's like, you think it's going
The
to be the dream
Godfather.
life, and then it's... You think it's going to be the dream life with, you know, lots of money and stuff, and all that happens is misery until the end. That's just great. And your best friend gets killed. Your best friend gets killed, and yeah, it's just like good times.
Good shit, bro.
Honestly, though, I kind of like this because it's not idealistic. It's like you get into the mafia to get out of debts and stuff and help, you know, people like the easy way, I guess, and get lots of money. And then all that ends up happening is just bad shit happening over and over and over again until you just, well, things all collapse and fall apart. It's pretty nice. I like the idea, actually, but whatever. It's been like 10 years since I've played it or some things. Yakuza is kind of like that too. Like it's, yeah, you're part of the Yakuza at first, and then you try to get away from it. But it's like the life is always getting to you. You know, it's always catching you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Mafia 2 was a good game, but I enjoyed the idea of, you know. Oh, Mafia 3. I didn't play Mafia 3. I don't know. I don't know how it is. I don't really care anymore, so. I'm just not good at these games. Back then, I had to ask my cousin to play it for me. So, yeah. Kevin won't be surprised about that.
Yep.
We basically did what we did with Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with Kevin. Instead of marathoning, we just played whenever we felt like it, and you know, in like not even a week. The game is kind of short, actually. Not even a week, and the game was over.
It's not that short, but we rushed it.
Oh yeah, Xenoblade, no, it's a long game, but I mean Mafia 2 was short, so we didn't have to marathon it. Yeah. But yeah, I think for what we did with Xenoblade 2 was, I mean, it's impressive. Like in 6 days, 75 hours in 6 days, and the ending.
Yeah.
You know, we got the ending. So I think it's pretty impressive, honestly.
Mafia 3 had a scene where the MC gets shot at point blank and he doesn't die. Well, if it's not the head, he's not dead.
Yeah, something I actually liked about Mafia 2 was the cars, the way the cars felt. They felt heavy, and like you had to. I think you could like hit a cruise control button, because if you drive too fast, you get you know, the police after you, and
yeah,
which reminded me of
there was
Driver.
a speed limitator.
Yeah, and you also, I know that you had to, when you steal a car, you actually had to, you know, what do you call it? Hack the door or something. You couldn't just get in, you know, like in some games, you know. And your character would take damage when you crash into a wall or something. So not just the car, but, you know, your character as well. which is a little bit more realistic, you know, than hitting a wall at 200 kilometers an hour and then be like, oh, okay, no, it's all good.
In GTA you can die now, GTA 5.
Ah, I didn't know that. I played a lot of GTA 5 and I don't even remember that. Ah, yeah, you go through the. I think you go through the windshield when you. But GTA 4 had that as well.
You go through and you can die.
Yeah. GTA 4 had it as well, though. But yeah, it's kind of neat. GTA 5 is an impressive game, actually, if you pay attention to all the details that's into it. It's not the most expensive game ever made for no reason.
I only played GTA 5, so
massively...
I cannot know.
GTA 5 is massively better than 4. I would agree on that.
But my mods, dude!
I kind of wish I could mod the hell out of it on PC, but, you know, I did it with San Andreas instead, I guess. With my anime mods. I replaced all the NPCs and characters with, you know, and Itashas in the streets. I was playing as anime characters as well. I lost all of it, of course, because it was on my old PC. But, it took me hours and hours and hours just to mod all the files. I'm basically a blind man trying to navigate computer menus, so I'm slow. But yeah, anime mods in GTA 5. That wouldn't look very good, I would imagine, because it's too realistic compared to San Andreas, which is more cartoony. So the colors would clash, I imagine. Well, anyway, I think I'm gonna have to leave because I'm eating in like, 5 minutes, and then I have to, I'm visiting my sister, so... Kev? I said I'm gonna have to leave.
Ah, yeah, no problem then.
Okay, so have a good stream. I don't know how long you're gonna stream from now, but...
Until I go to eat, I guess.
Okay. And see you night, and I don't know, tell me when you stream again.
Yeah, I'll probably stream tonight if I can again.
Okay, sounds good.
After eating.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, matane!
Yeah.
天神ローハ交渉力よし次
ゲスト
瞬時ゲッパマシン剣交渉力自称戦魔光陣硬派戦勝陣
それだけ
マシン剣マシンレンガ山
今なら使えるレジストビ
マシン剣マシン剣マシンレンガ山自称戦交渉力自称戦甘いよ交渉力マシン剣ダンクコガレンドそこ瞬陣剣まだまだゼッパゼップ交渉力
エアリバイ
もらった自称戦作戦変更
ダメ
マシン剣コガ破山
Oops.
ダンクコガレンドゴーグレン剣瞬陣剣マシン剣マシンレンガ山マシン剣魔光陣マシン剣危険ショック交渉力瞬陣マシン剣マシンレンガ山交渉力交渉力3そこマシンレンガ山もらった
Damn it.
もう大丈夫だマシン剣交渉力交渉力マシン剣疾先行
地上の諸行を見よ大地に尽きしその時のリバイブ
マシン剣ダンクコガレンドゴーグレン剣
やり敵を貫け
上下レンドまだまだマシン剣
魔性に打ち勝つ力レジストビレ
聖なる恩恵を異常戦
Oops. I forgot I don't know how to aim with the spells.
マシン剣マシンレンガ山
宿りし生命の息吹をここに
交渉力交
落月
渉力作戦変更
エアリバイ
ダンクそこ瞬陣剣コガ破山マシン剣ダンクコガレンドゴーグレンそこだ
Wow.
マシンレンガ
Okay, that thing is hard to chain with.
交渉力マシン剣交渉力3ゴーグ獅子先行交渉力マシン剣交渉力3魔光陣交渉力マシン剣センガ総流レンガフェバイ変遷集落風神ローハ総流レンガ山総発水蓮ローハ天烈衆飛ばしていきますかはい総流レンガ山受けてた時よ
よろしくお願いします
天神ローハもう一つ時よ
来ても無駄ですよ
守護法人かかってこいはいガオ撃まだまだ
あらまだそれだってよ
時よ受けてた焼き尽くす天狼滅が
ろしくお願いします張り合いの
まだまだ仕留める
来ても無駄ですよ
かかってこい元老 もういいぜ交渉になったグレンケップマジンケマジンレンガだ交流レンガ時よ真交渉力
に打ち勝つ力をレジストビレ
マジンケコガハザンフラフラしてんマジンケッパマジンケ交渉力魔鋼人交渉力
魔性に打ち勝つ力を
ダンクもらったこれで終わりだ接風神交渉力移動交渉力魔鋼人魔人剣交渉力魔鋼人接風神移動戦
エアリバイド
先行ゼッパ熱氷撃ダメだって先行法人ダメだっての接風元老山接風神受けてダメだっての接風神
アーレンの使いのひねりその精霊たる紅葉の力を
こんなんでどうだ
ナイチンゲール
イレン神聖なる剣道ルミナンスサイスイレンガ疾風流レンガ電線が後発水蓮合列中線が総流レンガ山電線が電線集落総流レンガ電線集落元老山風神ローハもう一つこれで決めるやめき鮮烈なる刃無限の闇を鋭く切り裂きただなす者をみじんに砕く決まった残光漏洩陣
I got the Nanatsusaya. Flint's fell arms.
もういいぜ総流レンガ山総流レンガ山線が電線がまだまだ猛烈中ルミナンスサイス総流レンガ山ローハ焼き尽くす
It's not the freed version, but it's the contender. I still have to fight Duke when I get it. Patty and Flynn get their fell arm from that dungeon. Yep. You no longer unlock the fell arms once you get the 7 weapons. It's 9 weapons now.
総流連河山決める一丁上がり元老山接風神もういいぜ元老山解けよ総河神全人ロハ
最後にやるよ
元老山解けよ交渉よ総河神
Alright, no problems. I'm probably gonna stop soon anyway. Since I'll probably eat soon. But thanks for hanging out, dude. Yep, maybe tonight if you can again. And if I can stream again.
決めます眠ってください
でどうだ
甘いわ
総流連が連戦が連戦集落ローハ戦列集総流連が山もう一つはいガオ撃飛ばしていきますか総流連が全人ローハ全人ローハローハ総発水連総発水連総発水連もう一つ総発水連総発水連かかってこいローハ全人ローハ総流連河山受けてた連戦が連戦集落総流連河山連戦が総ハガオ総発水連ローハ戦列中かかってこい焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕
それだけ
もう一つ戦が連戦が受けて立つまだまだ全人ローハローハシャンハ総発水連はいガオ総流連が
あらそれだけ
尽くす
来ても無駄ですよ
天狼滅が飛燕もう一つ決める元老山総流連河山戦が連戦がまだまだ総流連が戦が総破ガオもう一つローハ戦列集焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕総発水連解けよ陣古賀破山総流連河山解けよまだまだガロー撃ローハ総河神全人ローハ総流連が戦が連戦がまだまだ総流連河山戦がはい ガオ総発入れ総流連河山ローハ戦列集天神ローハ総流連河戦河連戦河まだまだ総流連河山戦河もう一つはいガオもう一つ天神ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕もう一つ絶風風神ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕はい総発水蓮絶風神画廊撃総画神ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕まだまだもらった確実迅速にこの力正義のために
あら嬉しい。
もっと上行けるだろうガロー撃陣
熱戦ダブルスラッシュ敵を貫けホーリーランスドリ
ー鉄風
ホーシーサンダー
元老 風神
激
風神
電波自連脚意に抗え魔性に打ち勝つ力電波自連脚熱戦ダブルスマッシュ
時を大河神絶風
電波自連脚
総流連が
フレームフォロー
ビシッと来いよ。風神
エアリバウド
元老山絶風神頭切り変えてくよ。
インカーニバル
総流連が千が総流連が山三成敗総発水連ローハ戦列集総流連がぶっ飛べ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕時よ総河神ぶっ飛べ総流連が山連戦がまだまだ元老山総発水連時よ元老山もう一つ総破ガオ総発水連ぶっ飛べ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕まだまだ千が総流連が古賀破山連戦集落総流連が山合列集天神ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕総発水連ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕はい仕留めるもういいぜ。
電波水神脚
はいガオ撃戦が連戦
激を
集落元老山
ホーリーラン
総流連が次ドイツだ天狼滅が飛燕
まだ僕はやれるよ
連戦が総流連が山
キュアスタンプ
千が
電波自連脚
総列集
ホーリーランス電波水神脚極エンブレスインナーで魔性に打ち
ガオ撃
レジストビレ
総流連が
僕たちナンバーワンギルド
ブレイブベスペリア
売り出し中よかっこいいです
星になる槍を敵を貫け。ホーリーランスレボリューション。意に抗い魔性に打ち勝つ力をレジスタンス。
旋風。こいつだ。元老山画廊撃。フラフラしてんなよ。
よろしくお願いします。まだ僕はやる。
元老山画廊撃。
敵を貫け。ホーリーランス。
このままじゃ終わんねえぞ。
意に抗い
元老山画廊撃。画廊撃。総画陣。
ダブルセイラス。槍を敵を貫け。ホーリーランス。やるときはやるんだよ。
総画陣。余裕。
シルフィーロール。
旋風陣。旋風陣。
まだね。
画廊撃。総画陣。ぶっ飛べ。総流連が。頭切り替えてけよ。
エアリバイド。やるときはやるんだよ。
総発追列総流連が。古賀破山。ローハ戦列集。
ありようがないよね。
総流連が山。
まだ僕はやれるよ。
飛べ。焼き尽くす。
あら、
ローメスが
来ても無駄ですよ。
総発追連全人ローハ風神ローハ戦が連戦が。まだまだ元老山総流連が。元老山もう一つ。はい顔焼き尽くす。天狼滅が飛燕。ぶっ飛べ。総流連が。連戦が。総発追連総流連が。古賀破山ローハ戦列集。総流連が。戦が連戦が。まだまだ元老山総発追連連戦が。まだまだ元老山はいガ総流連が。決める。一丁上がり。旋風陣。これで決める。ひらめき鮮烈なる刃。無天の闇を鋭く切り裂きあだなす者をみじんに砕く。行こう応援陣。もういいぜ。効かねえなっと。元老山どけよ総画陣。
エアリバイド。
ローハ戦列。次ドイツだ。どけよ。総流連がダメか。3成敗連戦が。まだまだ総流連が山。連戦が。後発追連総破ガオ撃ローハシャンハ焼き尽くす。天狼滅が飛燕。後発追連総流連が。ローハ戦列集。決める。余裕。一丁上がり。これで決める。ひらめき鮮烈なる刃。無天の闇を鋭く切り裂きあだなす者をみじんに砕く。行こう応援陣。 けよ
発進ヒールスタップ
どけよ
決めます
どけよどけよ元老山ドイツだよ絶風陣元老山画廊撃元老山放流連撃放流連が電線がこんなんで放流連が放流連が線が元老山総流連が線が総流連が山線が総波追連総流連が総波ガオもう一つ総波ガオ撃ロー波三波焼き尽くす天狼滅がピエン総波追連解けよ総画陣ぶっ飛べロー波戦列集先陣ローハーローハー沿線集落画廊撃陣三波総流連河山沿線が総波追連総流連河山線が総流連河沿線がもう一つはいガオ総波追連総波追連飛ばしていきますかガロ撃総画陣ローハ戦列集
よろしくお願いし
もう
ます
一つ風神ローハローハ総流連河山
無駄ですよ
線が
まだ
ガロ撃陣ローハ総波ガ総流連河
よろしくお願いします
ガロ撃先陣ロー
やるときはやるんだよ来ても無駄ですよ
元老山
僕はやれるよありあり
もういいぜ総流連河山沿線が沿線集落総流連河山先陣ローハ
回復します
同列集ダメか
甘いわ
総流連河総波ガオ撃解けよ総流連河山
やるときはやるんだよ
ローハ総流連河解けよ沿線集落総流連河山
勝利の合図いきます
ほい
はいう
まくなったもんだ
また強くなりました まだまだいけるよ。僕がやらなきゃ。まだまだいけるよ。
ガロ撃陣総流連河山千が連戦がまだまだ総流連河山はいガオもう一つ走破ガオ撃ローハぶっ飛べ焼き尽くす見っけたぜ弱点総流連河山ローハぶっ飛べ焼き尽くす見っけたぜ弱点はい連戦集落解けよ絶風総流連河山連戦が総流連河山古賀破山連戦がまだまだ総流連が連戦が連戦集落総流連河山このままじゃ終わんねえぞ余裕元老山総流連が連戦が連戦集落総流連が古賀破山ローハ戦列集見っけたぜ弱点天狼滅が飛燕全人ローハ絶風陣焼き尽くす見っけたぜ弱点はい総流連河山連戦集落解けよ総河神総流連河山連戦が総流連河山戦が連戦集落総流連がはいガオもう一つ総流連河山連戦が解けよ陣総流連が解けよまだまだローハ戦列集戦がローハ全人ローハこれで決めるひらめけ鮮烈なる刃無辺の闇を鋭く切り裂きあだなす者をみじんに砕くゴー漏洩陣
勝利の合図。はい息ぴったり。
もっと上行けるだろう
世界にはいろんな街があるんですね。
そっか。エステルはお城の中しか知らなかったんだもんね。
でもやっぱりテートが一番だな。
私も開放感があるテートの空気が好きです。
僕、ダングレストのあの適度なジトジト感が好き。あんなムシムシした街よりアスピオの方が涼しくて過ごしやすいわ。
それってやっぱり自分の住み慣れたところが一番ってことよね。
住めば都の花が咲くってやつだね。確かに船の上も良いが、鳥向こうも大好きなのじゃ。
おっさんはダングレストよかユーマンジュの方が好き。
女湯覗き放題だから。
そうそう、男湯と女湯の間の壁の亀裂がこう小さくて指でカリカリってチカー。
年老いた体の癒しにはちょうどいいよな。
そうそう、よく分かってらっしゃる。
変な街ね。
じゃあの、活気もなければ覇気もない。
街の人、無気力な感じですね。あなたに少し似てるわ、見た目だけど。そうですか？
ええ、髪の色とか少し。
髪の色って言えば、あのザギってやつも髪の色同じだね。
ザギですか。まさかそんなことは。
ないよね。それはないよね。
どうかしら。 ね。肩の力抜いてね。ペインカーニバル
ゲローさん
聖なる鳥よ、敵を貫くホーリーランス。
ゲローさんもう一つ後発水蓮。
相手が悪かったな。
世界中を巡り巡ったね。
本に載っていた場所はもちろんですけど、見たことのない場所にもたくさん行きましたしね。
自分の目で世界中を見て回ることは今の世の中なかなか難しいですからね。
いやー、そういうことに感動できる若さって素晴らしいわ。
おっさんは枯れすぎてるのじゃ。それ同感。だから何にも感動できないだけじゃないの。
ひどい、まあひどい。こんな純粋無垢。ジュディはバウルで世界中回ってるから結構知ってる場所多かったんじゃないか。
そうでもないわよ。見たことのない場所も結構あったわ。
ね、ブレイブ・ベスペリアに入ってよかったでしょ。みんな世界中を回れたしさ。
本当お城にいた頃と違って世界の広さが感じられたし。
でしょでしょ。得意げになっちゃって。あんたの功績ってわけじゃないわよ。
おお、同じ境遇の少年よ。おいでおいで、互いに傷を舐め合おうじゃないか。
騎士団事故に行きま
ペインカーニバル。
ゲローさん総流連が
敵を貫
連戦が
スマッシュ。
まだまだ総流連が
希望の職を見る
もう一つ総流連がさんもう一つ総流連がさん連戦が連戦
敵を
ゲローさん総流連がゲローさん後発水蓮はいガオホーレン
貫く大地に尽くしその時の
総流連が総流連がさん決めるおしまいにしようぜ。ひらめき鮮烈なる刃、無辺の闇を鋭く切り裂きあだなす者をみじんに砕く。行こう応援陣。後発焼き尽くす天狼の血が
聖なるやり
ペインカーニバル。
フレームフォロー
大波陣
スマッシュ。勝利の合図。
俺痛いぞカロン。
ついに全部埋まったなこの地図。下町を出た時はほとんど真っ白だったのに。
お城にいた頃には想像もつきませんでした。
自分が世界の隅々まで行けるなんて。
世界ってこんなに広かったんだな。地図を埋めて初めて分かったぜ。
本を読んでいるだけでは暑さも寒さも感じることはできませんし。
そうだよな。やっぱり身をもって体験してなんぼってことか。
百聞は一見にしかずです。
ま、知識だけに頼るなってことだな。
有利はもっと知識を得るべきです。
へいへい、知識知識。
もう。練習台ね。
言い抜くなよ。
せーのでやり。
ちょろいぜ。
甘いぜ。ちょろ甘ですね。ガンガン言っていいかしら。新曲にゲッター
放流連が
せーのでやり。敵を貫いて
まだまだ
ゴール中いい流れ。近く力レジスタビリ。
連戦土浦元老山。
やったね。新曲メスゲッターゲッターせーのでやり。敵を貫け。
これで決める。ひらめき鮮烈なる刃。無辺の闇を鋭く切り裂き、ただなす者をみじんに砕く。決まった。残光漏炎陣。ゴーレッシュ。物足りねえな。
簡単そうですね。肩の力抜いてね。ゲッター追陣脚。
もう一つ
極限プレス。落月
負けるわけにはいかねえ。
余裕余裕。油断大敵です。
総流連が連戦が連戦がまだまだ総流連が山戦がはいガオ撃ローハ全人ローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕総破追連鉄風風神ローハローハ焼き尽くす天狼滅が飛燕はい総流連が山ガロー撃陣ぶっ飛べ焼き尽くす 飛燕まだまだ
仕留める。
元老山総流レンガ山連戦が総流レンガ連戦がまだまだ元老山総流レンガ連戦が連戦シューラ総流レンガ山古賀破山総流レンガもう一つ走破ガオ連戦がまだまだ来てる余裕よし
レベルアップ。あら嬉しい。
見てろよ俺の剣さばき元老山総流レンガ山画廊劇
極限ブレス聖なる槍
敵を
敵を貫け。
元老山総流
ホーリー
レンガ
レン
元老山
ガ怖くなんてないやい。
足震えてるぞ
嘘。
嘘だよどっからでもかかってきな
風レボリューシ
鉄風神
ョン聖な
そいつだ
る槍敵を貫け。ブレイブベスペリア
剣
ザンカ手加減はできませんよ。はい新曲熱殺スタート。先行
戦が
さよ
連戦
な聖なる槍を
シューラ
敵を貫け。ラッパペインカイ
総流レンガ山
決戦風レボリューション
連戦が
魔性に
まだまだ総流レンガ
レジストビ
もう一つそうだ総流レンガ山
電波試練キャン大電月風レボリューション聖なる槍敵を貫け。
連戦が
希望の食を大地に突きしその時の
ガローゲシンローハローハ
頭の宮崎
総流レンガ
レジスト
ローハガローゲ
ダブルスマッシュ。
調子いいじゃねえか
僕たちならやれる。
見つけたぜ弱点
ベクト
元老山総流レンガ
風レボリューション敵を貫く自連脚。 練習台ね。
言い抜くなよ。元老さん交流で
ブレイブベスペリア
剣
ザン。リラックスしてゴー。
あっされ
勝利の合図いきます。どうぞ。はい。私の背中預けるわ。
元老さん交流連河山
我を取り除く
真全人ロハ
ウィングで光の手元
元老さん風神ロ
落月ニルストップ敵を
連戦がガロー撃真
我を取り除く6つの星バンジル
時よ真
バリアブレヘキサ
時よ風神ロハ
さすがです
総流連が
聖のや
風神ロハ総流連河山
勝利の合図。
俺痛いぞカロン。
よっと
作戦変えていこうぜ。ガロー撃シャンハ
ベルト
時よ
4人のターンね。
パンチジャスシャン時よ元老さんガロー撃
アウトセーフ。4人のターンね。
元老さん総流連が
サダンキ
かね
アウトですね。ベルファニーのほらよっとアタック。4人のターンね。ヒットメ4人のターンね。ほらよっとアウトですね。
元老さん時よ
パンチジャスシャッ4人のターンね。
過信キュアスタンプ
ベルファニー
天の使いのひねぎに
真
その壮麗たる紅葉の力を
総流連河山戦が連戦がまだまだそうだ
4人のターンね。
効かね
アタック
あ
5ね。
あねえなった
アウトですね。ベルファニー
やらなきゃ。
パンチジャスシャッ
過信キュア
ジャンプアンドロ
風神
ーアウトセーフ。
ガロー撃
アウトセーフ。
寝てる
総流連がガロー撃総流連がガロー撃総流連河山ガロー撃総流連が時よ総流連が時よ真総流連が時よ真総流連河山ガロー撃ぶっ飛べ総流連河山時よ真総流連が連戦がガロー撃風神ローハ総流連が時よローハ総流連が
お別れのタイム。カーレスオブデス。
まだまだいけるわ天の使いの姫君よその壮麗たる紅葉の
スター
力を
ダンキックワンツースリースターダンキック。ほらよっと
オーラス
ワンツースリーフォー。
煩い招きし元
元老さんガロー撃
オーマイガー。アウトセーフ。
総流連河山連戦が連戦
4人のターンね。
時よ真総流連河山
4人のターンね。
このままじゃ終わんねえぞ。
飛ばしていきますか。
Oh, I forgot I didn't have combination on. They put the bullshitty version of Jaeger here. Annoying.
また強くなりました。